What's up, everybody? It's Pops from Third Gen Aquatics. It's water change day, and I wanted to show some of the things that have been going on, some of the stuff we've been kind of working on here, and give you guys an update on what it is. So this is the cube tank that I was working on setting up, some of the inhabitants, some of the African cichlid grow-outs that I've had in here. Teased a little bit about what was going to be happening with this cube tank that we scooped up. This was near Philadelphia. The guy was moving. Derek got that 150 gallon from him. I picked up this cube tank and this 20 gallon down below it. Now this 20 gallon, anyway, there's a Tropheus in there growing out too, and he's very dark colored, so very hard to find, especially with no light on. But I did want to show you guys what I was working with here with this cube tank. This is a 16 gallon cube. These guys are growing out so that they can go in the African cichlid tank. I'll put the light on for this guy. There we go. Yeah. So the African cichlid tank. That Tropheus and the OB Peacock grow outs are going to end up, more than likely, going to end up in here. They knocked down some of their rock work back here in the back, but they have managed to figure it out. And then we have this tank doing great. I know I'm shooting this vertical and I shouldn't be, but the cube tank is, well, I mean, it's more vertical that way.
That's quite big. Impressive.
But I'll do better next time, guys. The axolotls are up top now, and I ended up having to put a pump in. So back here, put that pump in to run it up to this little tank up top that has the eggs in it, the axolotl eggs. Some of them, it's kind of blurring out, but some of them in here are already starting to look like little axolotls in there. And I'm just circulating the cold water because I'm trying to run everything on the same water quality, which is all getting pre-filtered before it goes back into the tank, and then it goes through a tube. There's a clear tube here at the end and a little sponge filter up top, and the water runs back in through that tube. I don't know, pretty genius. I worked that out so that I can keep the eggs separate from their mother, Daphne. Like, where's my eggs? Yeah, they're gonna hatch up top. And then there's the proud father, Dexter. He's the new Dexter. A big smile on his face. He knows what he did. She's hungry, ready for her food. And then, I guess Dahlia's back there now. Yeah, back in the back. Yeah. Looks like Toothless the Dragon. But yeah, so this filter goes up through there, down the tube in the back, under here, to a canister filter, and then that canister filter goes up into the chiller and then out of the chiller and back up into the top there. And then this pulls the clean water that's been chilled and everything else out of the tank and goes up into the little tank, the whole holding breeder tank, and then back down. So these were some of the major changes that were happening here in the fish room recently. I did move some fish around, different areas. Like I said, we just got done water change today, but we have fish chilling, growing out, doing their thing. There's a lot of bubbles in here. I gotta clean up the FX filters. So actually both of the FX filters are giving me micro bubbles in the tanks that they are on. So you'll see in here too, see all the micro bubbles everywhere. So that's a telltale sign that you have some clogging up going on in your canister filters, specifically the FX filters. I've noticed that that's the case. I see a lot of the micro bubbles and everything. It really picks it up on camera. But it's been what's been going on. There's bigger plans coming, but they are slow going. And this whole thing I was not expecting any of that. So that constituted kind of an emergency situation, trying to figure out what to do with the eggs, if the eggs are going to be fertilized. Honestly, people, I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of YouTubing it and learning from other people and figuring it out as we go. Oh, there's the Tropheus darting around. I think feels like he's going to get fed again. He is not. You were already fed. That's the only time you can see him is when he's here in the corner. Yeah. All right, little scope in on the 500 gallon with Charlie and Clifford, and Alex back there, Angelfish. There's Charlie, Newton. Yeah, that's one of the red spotted gold severums. There's Titus. Yeah, a little side view down through the length of it, all the way at the other end. It's 7 foot to the other side. So sometimes these things don't look as deep as they actually are. But a little side view here, runs all the way down through. You almost can't even see there's a great big stump at the other side of this. You can't even see it. All right, that was it. Just want to give everybody a little video update on what was going on here. And like I said, this cube tank, I've always loved these rimless cube tanks. They're phenomenal. But there's only so much you can do with them. So these guys are going to grow out until they're big enough to go in the other tank, and they'll go in there. I got a lot of grow out stuff happening. So once everybody gets in their permanent tanks, then maybe we'll have some more stocking or different things happening. I'm loving these guys. A little hard to see little guys in there, little live bearers. I got a bunch of, again, really hard to see, but there's a bunch of little teeny babies in here too. Little nano tank, loving that. All right, guys. On that note, we'll see you. Like and subscribe. Follow us for the next one.